How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and today I've got this Blackout game where I got 10 kills. I got it about a month or two ago. It was my first ever attempt at the is it the ocular prosthetics from to unlock profit. So basically, yeah, I landed at Asylum. The first bit was a little glitched. I apologise for it, but it doesn't miss anything too exciting. I was shooting these zombies. Some guy, I can only assume, must have thought we're in deployment mode, because I was just shooting zombies where I'm stood now, but facing the other way, and the guy just came running in from left to right to pick something up off the floor. He must have known I was there, because I was shooting zombies like as loud as anything, stood right here. So yeah, he just ran in as if he didn't have a care in the world. So I shot him, picked up the ray gun. You can probably hear now, I can hear somebody running around. And I think this is a slight glitch, but it obviously got me a little bit like, what the hell? I think he's underneath me, but for some reason it's set that monkey off. So that's just why I left that a little bit in, just to let you know that they can set it off a floor down. So I had a little scan around, I found the guy in the end. Managed to get him with the ray gun. I wanted to just tell you something quickly as well about the ray gun, that basically when I shoot these zombies now, if they're pressed right up against me and I shoot them, the ray gun will actually do some damage to me. Luckily he wasn't quite pressed up against me there, but if he was, I did it the other day and it basically killed me in 2 shots of the ray gun because it did about 75 damage each time. So anyway, like I say, this first little bit is a little bit sketchy, but I ended up chopping most of it up just because it probably saves about 5 minutes off the video. That was just a quieter way to get to the mystery box. If I looped around the normal way, there's more chance of running into someone. So basically, to shorten it up a bit, it did glitch a little bit as the last glitch, but I got the rocket launcher. I heard a quad go past just after this. I followed the quad to the graveyard. He got off the quad. I aimed the rocket launcher at the quad, and then as soon as he jumped back on, I launched it. And then I fired 2 rockets at the Blightfather thing, and then scavenged off the guy. That's why the loot bag's floating in the air. You can see the quad burning. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like I say, this is my first go at the ocular prosthetics, and I got 10 kills. I came second, so I got close, but it's I think it was the highest kill game I've had so far. Like I say, what I was doing with that rocket launcher was just scanning the horizon, just trying to see if it would beep, if it'd find any quads. Just I'd know then if someone's drove up into the hills and have parked it. So yeah, basically just doing that. Obviously if it found a quad or anything, it'd start doing like the lock-on thing, like it does today. This was another thing I wanted to say. This is what I was saying months ago. This bloody zombie thing, I think, takes far too long to kill. It's not really it doesn't bother me in terms of like, he's pretty slow. He fires those little things at you, but he's not the hardest thing in the world to avoid. But obviously the whole time I'm trying to kill him, I fire 5 rockets at him. The guy I shot on the quad was shooting at him. The guy on the quad drove to here because he could hear someone shooting at it. So it's already had a bit of a kick in as I got here. Like I say, I fired 5 rockets at it. Now I hit it with a load of Koshka shots. Managed to get the Koshka off the guy I shot off the quad, which was pretty nice. So yeah, like I say, I apologise it did skip 2, but there were 2 pretty normal kills. Still got another 7 to go. And this is basically what happened for a lot of the game. I was trying to kill this thing. How the hell he missed me, I don't know. I looked in slow-mo, I think he shoots like the floor around my legs, but to not even get 1 bullet on me, I was RNGs was looking down on me on that one. Look at him as well. It's like, get your own loot bag, you thieving little bastard. This one's mine. But yeah, basically I hit him now with what, another 10 or 20 shotgun bullets. I think that guy had a little crack at him, but not a lot. So I've given up bothering to kill the Blightfather now. That was like another little reason why I ended up doing this video, just to let you know if you are playing solo, that thing is yeah, just takes the piss to kill. I was shooting it in the head a lot on those like pustule things on the back of it. Apparently they're the things you have to shoot, but considering I hit him with, this will now be rocket number 6 and 7, and like say 10 or 20 pretty close shotgun shots. Yeah, a load of Koshka shots, all sorts, and he just he won't go down. So as far as I'm aware, he just drops. He's probably a bit like a big mystery box. He can apparently drop the blood vials. I've heard he can drop them. So he might drop one of the like unlock items you need. And apparently he'll drop like health, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. As you can see, it's riskier to your health just to try and kill him, because basically this side of the map can hear you. Which is exactly how this guy obviously turned up. Luckily, he kind of had a bit of a go at me, and then that zombie thing came around the corner and he kind of had a bit of a crack at that. I think he panicked himself a bit. But to be honest, when it's the middle of the night and you've got your headset on and you can hear that thing stomping around running up behind you, it does get it does get a bit intense, but I'm a bit used to it now as I've had a few cracks at him. But yeah, I don't bother anymore, because all I end up doing is fucking shooting it for 10 minutes. Risk getting shot by 5 or 10 other people, and yeah, as you'll see in this video, like, for what? The thing just does not fucking die. I'm sure it's probably, if you're on duos or quads, which I don't do, but I'm sure if you're on that, obviously a couple of you can shoot it in the back while it's running around. But yeah, solo, it just keeps coming at you, and so did the people, which to be honest was quite nice. They came at a nice little steady rate. Seeing this guy in the helicopter, I was more interested in the helicopter. Like I said, I only not to say I wasn't playing to win, but I also, when I was shooting the Blight Father, I kind of imagined someone's probably going to turn up and kill me at this rate. So yeah, I wasn't like playing to win. I was more playing to kill him at the minute, and then the zombie thing, and then yeah, it just wouldn't go down, and this is how the game progressed, really. Still don't know where this little sod went for a minute.
Supply drop inbound.
I was considering the helicopter, because then I could go and do a squirrel dive on someone, which I like doing. But as you can see, this was I've not got the ocular prosthetics yet, but I'm just about to get them now off this guy. Yeah, what are we up to? 5 kills. I've still got another 5 to go. But yeah, I'd say this is more like a normal game though. I'd rather be aggressive, come second and get 10 kills than sit in a room and get 1 or 2 kills and win. Like, the win itself doesn't really bother me that much. I'm more like a bit of action going on. Luckily there's some nice clean shots. It's basically obviously I ended up coming second. I probably needed 1 more shotgun shot in the guy to win, and I would have unlocked profit. That's basically, it was only about 3 days after this that I ended up finding the ocular prosthetics, and I had that game where I ended up in the tunnels of Nuketown, and I ended up using consumer and just out healing that guy for the win. So they were kind of 2 opposite games really. That one, hardly anything happened. This one, it just pretty much within 10 seconds of killing one person, the next person showing up. This guy definitely got the jump on me. I'm not 100% as well if they've nerfed this shotgun. Not by much. Close range it still puts a lot of people down, but it felt like it had a bit longer range in Blackout than multiplayer, whereas I've used it a little bit recently, and it's just gut feeling. I really don't know if this is the case, but it feels like it's been nerfed a bit on the distance, even though I still have long barrel on it a lot of the times what I try to find long barrel. And yeah, it just feels like from long distance it very quick, not long distance, but even from here to that rock, it feels like it the amount of damage it does per shot drops dramatically from like probably doing half damage per shot to doing more like 10. See, again, they just sort of finished, just got that guy done, then another guy's shooting at me. I thought he might run round, but as you can see, I got the collapse on me as well, so I was sort of hoping he might run around the corner so I can get it done, but it's not the case. I think he originally fired at me from over there. But yeah, the collapse is on me, I've got to go for it. Now he's shooting at me, I've just got to try and close the distance. Luckily, so he made a little bit of a mistake there because he started running at me, closed the distance for himself really, and given that the collapse was pulling me in any second, he didn't really need to do that run towards the tree. I know he thought it would possibly be a bit of safety, but yeah, a shotgun. This shotgun is not what he needed me to have at that moment. So I've got the ocular prosthetics now, but I believe this is, I know 10 kills is my highest kill game. I think I've had a few 8 kill games now, but at this point in time, this was the highest kill game I'd had so far, so I didn't just suddenly want to lay on the floor and do nothing, but I was also got a little bit
further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
A little bit more keen on making it to the end. Now I've got my 3 perks, not active yet, but I've got them, and I've got the ocular prosthetic. So yeah, at this point I was like, okay, just calm down a little bit, I'll stop shooting that blight fowler thing. Well, as you can see in the end, the collapse pushed me away from the cemetery, but that's the point again. It just you seen how much I shot it, you seen how much other people shot it when they were turning up, and the thing just doesn't want to die. Which, yeah, it doesn't bother me, but it's just a bit of a heads up that if you're on solo, I wouldn't waste your time unless there's some magic gun that absolutely slays it in seconds. So I was just checking there, I've got all my well, I've got enough perks, make sure they're all different. But as you'll see, I'm still taking shots when I can with the sniper, so I'm not just trying to ride it out to the end. I actually thought I heard a guy what would now be to my left, so I was being a little bit hesitant, waiting out for footsteps, but as is the way, I seen something move in the background. All stealth options went to hell, and it's like, yep, fire at anything that moves. Yeah, I thought there was a guy over here basically, so I don't know if they died or moved on or what, but I thought I heard some a minute ago, so I wanted to kind of approach from the edge of the circle, and I sort of know there's no one behind me, so I was kind of scanning the edge as I'm working my way around here. I was pretty sure now no one was there or hiding behind that tree or anything. So luckily I've seen this guy. It's the next fish to go and try and get. But luckily as well found that armour there, which I, yep, I'll have that, thank you. That's what I like about the improvements to armour, because obviously at the minute, what if I killed 8 people? By now I'd have those steel plates, and if you remember earlier, the Asylum, I found level 3 armour, which I'll be able to repair now, which, yeah, I just think for people who actually get stuck in and involved, even though it's my bad aiming that makes me come second, the argument could be made that if I had level 3 armour still now, I would have still been more competitive as it gets to the last 2. I'm pretty sure if I had level 3 armour, I would have been able to get at least one more shot up and win the game. So yeah, I was less prepared for the end battle because I've already shot 8 people and yeah, used my armour and so on. So I just don't think it's a bad thing to have armour repairs. When I seen him jump out that window, I just thought the collapse is moving. This split second, he doesn't know I'm there. If I can just dive out on him and get the kill, and then now I didn't know this guy was there. Luckily that door opened instantly, and that's one of those things where I've changed it from hold square literally press square and little bits like that. It obviously opened the door immediately. I didn't have to hold down square or anything for half a second. This guy will forever remember that there is this little section in the caravan now. I bet he was gutted. Okay, what is it? He like came third. And one of my perks I've got on now, I've just activated them all, obviously. I've got to have them active while I get a victory. One of them is awareness, and basically, not sure if you'll be able to hear in a sec, but I thought he was either on the roof or running around just behind this caravan I'm in. I really thought he was a hell of a lot closer. That's why, as I come out, I kind of look up. I was half expecting him to jump off the roof. This is one of those situations actually where I was saying not too long ago, awareness has actually bitten me, and it did because I got really kind of freaked out there. I ran out thinking he was on me, and I put myself in a little bit of a rushed position here. And like I say, it was my shooting. He did pretty well with the shooting, so fair play to him. But yeah, again, like I say, level 3 armour. I probably could have got one more shotgun shot off, and probably could have came home with a victory. Like I say, fair play to this guy. He had a pretty good shooting, considering he didn't know I was there. Looks a bit off on that kill cam, but we'll call it the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, that was it. That's my 10 kill game. Like I say, he came second. It's one of those. You've got to keep at it. So that's how long ago it was. Level 160 on the original black market operation. So anyway, like I say, that's it. Yep, 10 kills, 1,420 damage. I think 750 is my most damage in a game. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it helped with the Blight Father not to fucking bother with it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.